Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores, here alongside with former GM Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs. MLB Draft Combine is coming up. It's always an exciting time. Dan, what can we expect? What are you going to be looking for?
Well, Robert, for me, this is one of the most important events on the baseball calendar each and every year. If you look at it, all the clubs get a chance to answer the questions they have on the players. And then all the best players in the country get to showcase their skills in front of 30 clubs. So, I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen.
Sarah, it's a 4-day event. It's held at Chase Field in Phoenix. What advanced metrics can players and viewers expect to see?
I mean, there's so much data with this event. Part of why I love it so much. And I've been there every time this has been held. So glad we're back again. For pitchers, you got pitch velocity, you got spin rate, you got extension. For hitters, we have your exit velocity, launching, and of course the distance on those home runs.
Well, congratulations and good luck to all the young athletes as they continue their journey to hopefully one day land in the big leagues.
Welcome to day one of the MLB Draft Combine from Chase Field in Arizona. The top high school and college player prospects showcased their skills this week, giving all MLB clubs another opportunity to evaluate this year's draft class. It should be an impactful few days here in the desert. Alongside Sarah Langs, I'm Dan O'Dowd, and it's time for batting practice. So let's focus on what's happening down in the cage. Sarah, BP started now, and this is where the scouts really bear down. They're looking at presence in the box. They're looking at the balance, rhythm, and timing of the swings. They're looking at how clean a swing path is. They're looking how connected a player can be to a swing. And they're looking at the ability if they can hit the ball the entire field.
And there's so much data that comes along with BP. We've got exit velocity, which means we can look at how often a player's hitting the ball hard. In this day and age, hitting the ball hard has an actual definition. That's 95 plus miles an hour. And why do we care about that? Because in today's game, if you hit the ball hard, you're going to hit about 500 on those batted balls with a 1,000 slugging percentage. Another stat we'll look at is launch angle, and what we define as a sweet spot batted ball is 8 to 32 degrees of launch angle, basically a line drive. So I'll be looking at how often these players will be making that kind of contact as well.
You know, I think about big league players like Alvarez, Judge, Ohtani, Trout. Their hard hit ball data is crazy. Their launch angles are very consistent. And you add all the things that we're evaluating, and think about, Sarah, the pressure these young players are under right now is probably the most pressure-packed BP these players have ever taken in their careers. This was a tough round of BP. You can almost see from the very first swing that he was outside of himself, trying to do too much, a lot of lift and separation swings, trying to hit for power, not trying to stay within himself. Again, these are the nerves and pressure of the moment, and this will be a great learning experience. So we're now into outfield play. This is kind of one of my favorite parts of the combine. Scouts look at this from a variety of different perspectives. They're looking at breaks and angle to the ball, which is crucial for above average defensive play. This part of the drill, we're looking at how quickly they get to the ball, how under control they are, and the strength of their throws and the accuracy of the throw. Deep down scouting perspective, they're really trying to see the spin on the ball, how clean it is, and so they can get that one-hop throw into third base and home plate.
No, I'm with you. I'm loving this. There's so many different ways to evaluate outfield defense in today's game. Of course, we can measure that arm strength. We can look at that accuracy of those throws, as you were saying. We can also measure speed, which is such an important part of playing the outfield. If you're not fast enough in the outfield to get to that ball, everything else is moot. So we can really measure all different aspects of playing the outfield.
And when you look at some of these players and then you think about the great right fielders, which is the arm strength position in our game, you think Acuna and you think about Tatis, you think about Kyle Tucker, Jason Hayward for a long period of time. And Sarah, pay particular attention now how they're making the outfielders move to the ball. They're trying to really see body movement and body awareness and how under control they are athletically when they go to execute this particular skill.
Well, as you said, right field is indeed the premier arm strength position in today's game, and I've got a number view on that. In 2023, right fielders had an average max effort arm strength of 90.9 miles an hour. That means the top 10% of all right fielders' throws averaged almost 91 miles an hour. That's really incredible to think about.
And if you think about it in a game, when you're trying to build a complete roster, part of it is your defensive acumen. So when you have corner outfielders in particular that can really shut down a running game, that means it changes the whole dynamic of positioning from a competitive standpoint. And so these little simple drills, scouts are now projecting how those players will affect their ability to put that kind of defensive team on the field at the major league level. This player's very raw, great physical tools. You could see that he has not played a ton of baseball. So this is kind of more of a deep projection kid. But the reality of it is the tool set's there. There's crude arm strength, there's athleticism, there's strength to the body. There's no reason in the world he shouldn't turn into an average defender. It's just going to take a lot of patience and a lot of work.
With the 27th pick of the 12th round, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Tony Irizarry, a center fielder from the East region.
All right, so another player that we saw at the MLB Draft Combine, off the board in the middle rounds of this year's draft. What's the reaction here to this pick, starting with you, Sarah?
Well, this played a pretty good combine, but not the absolute best we've ever seen. I think there were some questions, but there's a lot of metrics that show there will be upside here, so I'm very excited to see how this player progresses through the minors.
Yeah, I agree with Sarah completely, Robert. There are some question marks, but I do see upside. What I also see is a really good floor for this individual player. And, you know, guys with good floors sometimes end up being some of the better players that come out of the draft.
Two away here, nobody on. Here's the center fielder, Tony Irizarry. And a special moment now as he steps up to the plate for the first time in his professional career. And a base hit into right.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
First double-A hit, done and done. That didn't take long. And now, professional career. And a base hit into right.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
First double-A hit, done and done. That didn't take long. And now, Kanan Smith-Njigba. Up and in, 3-0. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here on opening day. Fastball for a strike. It's clear he's trying to own the inside part of the plate with two straight fastballs inside. We'll see if he goes away or comes back inside. Runner on the go. 3-1, couldn't come up with it.
Batting fifth.
So 2 on and 2 out. Next to hit, Esmeralin Valdez. Lifted down the left side. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that will retire the side. They leave 2 runners on base. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Two outs, bases empty.
One time, right here.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tony Irizarry.
And that one fouled off.
Come on, big guy. One time. Here you go.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. Textbook pitching. Slowed him down with the curve, then blew the fastball by him after he adjusted to the lower velo. Great work.
Yeah, look that up there, huh?
In the air to left center. And it drops in. Gets on base and keeps it going. That's back-to-back singles for these guys. You can see why scouts like his swing. He's got such quick hands to square up pitches in that location. Great hit. Man on at first. Now the left fielder, Kanan Smith-Njigba. Soft contact in the air. And that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. 2 consecutive base hits for these guys. I don't know what he could have. Tony Irizarry, the next to hit.
The center fielder, Tony Irizarry.
Swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. He makes the turn and digs for second base. And it's a 2-out double. Aggressive approach paid off there. Found something he could hit. That one was served in a punch bowl right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. Two out and a runner in scoring position. And now
The left fielder, Kanan Smith-Njigba.
so here's the cleanup. That one hammered center field, way deep. To the warning track, makes the catch. Almost got the inning started with a bang on that fastball. I'm sure he wishes he could have put that over the wall. Here comes the throw, headed for the plate. Tag, and he's out at the plate. That's about as good as it gets from the outfield there. An absolute laser to home, right on the money for the out. Next level stuff. Tony Irizarry will hit next.
The center fielder, Tony Irizarry.
And that one hammered. Pretty deep. And it's gone! Home run! It just got out of here, and they grabbed the lead. It's 2-0. Clearly, he knew exactly what he was looking for and got it on the first pitch. That's where an aggressive approach pays off. A moment to treasure his first homer at the Double-A level. That's gotta feel great, and I'm sure the organization is hoping to see him belt many more round trippers. Full credit to the left fielder for trying to rob that, but he came up just a bit short. The hitter is probably thanking his lucky stars that one had enough to carry out of here.